Hello to anyone who may be watching this. My name is Jotham, and that's probably what I'm gonna end up calling the channel. So I am completely new to this. I am an independent contractor who's in between contracts right now, and well, I've been playing some games. I've never really tried video editing, so that's kind of the main purpose of this channel, just trying something new. So yeah, like I said, I do like playing games. This one is called Heroes of Hammerwatch 2. It's a roguelite I've been playing for the past month or so. As you could see a little earlier on, I already have a lot of progression in the game. I actually have beaten the game with several characters. And so I'm in New Game Plus with all of those classes you saw earlier on. But I haven't tried out the Wizard or Warrior yet. So this is gonna work is, at least for the Wizard, I'm going to try to do this as clean as possible. I don't really feel like resetting everything, but just for the sake of the challenge, I'm going to try to limit how many upgrades I can do at once. So you can see that right now I only have one ability really, and the starting weapons. So I am not going to upgrade anything, I don't think, at the moment. I'm going to see how far I can get along just with the base stats and what I already know about the game. Here you can see the possible skills. I have one passive and one skill, one active skill, which is just the magic missiles, but it just launches missiles, really. Alright, and here you can also see that there are certain modifiers or just bonuses that you can add to each run. Gives you boosts. Some of them give you buffs in exchange for debuffs. You know, take less damage, earn more gold, earn more materials. And if you were starting this game out, your town wouldn't look anything like this. It would be a lot more barren. Like I said, I already have nearly, well, I already have a lot of progress, so I have nearly all of the upgrades for the town. So like I said, this is going to be as raw a run as I can do without essentially resetting all of my progress. If anyone's unfamiliar with roguelites, it's a pretty straightforward concept. Basically, you want to try to beat the game in one go. So there aren't really checkpoints. Technically, there are different dungeon levels and all of that. But again, I think if you exit the game, it'll save where you were, but there isn't really a you know, a save function. So the goal is just to kill everything, make it to the end, and beat the final boss. I don't think I'm going to get anywhere near that. I don't think I'm particularly good at this game, but again, like I've played it quite a lot, so I'm very familiar with the controls and know what to expect from most of the enemies. But I am limited with super basic weapons, so I don't do that much damage, and I really only have one skill. So I'm going to be making some cuts every now and then. I think I've only recorded like 30 minutes of gameplay this time around, but there's just not much point in showing everything. Also, it just wouldn't give me practice with video editing. So what you saw there is what's called the skill orb. What I would say is the most important upgrade in the actual gameplay. And what the skill orb does is it allows you to level up your skills. Basically, it generally either buffs the damage that they do, lets them do more damage or gives them some other kind of passive buff. But yeah, the skill orbs are just going to be what's most important to you. I don't know if I'm going to try to make this like a kind of guide or not. I don't think I am. It's mostly going to just be showing off the gameplay and well, just how I do with the wizard given the restrictions. Also, by the way, if the audio feels slightly disjointed, basically what happened is I thought I was also recording audio while I was recording gameplay. So, yeah, practically all of the audio, apart from the game sound effects and music, is just the voiceover. So, yeah, no, I didn't have a script or anything, so I'm just kind of doing my best to recollect what's going on. But for the most part, I don't think it's really necessary. I'm just showing off the gameplay. The main idea is just avoid attacks as much as possible. I have a wand which shoots fire, and a tome. That's my offhand weapon, and all it does is more or less set a mine. Apart from that, only other damage I have really is the magic missile ability. Also, the forest is just it's not really boring, but it's just like I said before, I already have a lot of progress in the game, so a lot of these enemies feel kind of redundant, even if they now do actual damage to me. Also, we got quite lucky here. Got a green item right off the bat. And with that, we've cleared the first floor. Now we can go to level 2. And this is actually an interesting start. I don't think I've ever seen one of these encampments show up this early on. Typically, you need a little. Typically, they're a little deeper in, but they always either have at least 2 chests or 2. I don't know what to call them. They're kind of like obelisks, but you press them and they give you resources. Yeah, but it can be a mix of either chests and the resource ones, or 2 of each. But yeah, those camps are guaranteed to give you that. Oh, and then since I mentioned obelisk, here is an obelisk. So it's always good to keep an eye out for the obelisks. They are a guaranteed buff. I believe it's basically the buff lasts for a certain amount of time, but I think it can also be gotten rid of just by going to the next level. I don't think I've ever seen it stay beyond the level where you got it, even if let's say you got it like right at the end of the level. Alright, so I'm probably gonna end up cutting out a lot of the action from the forest, just because, well, the forest is really just made up of bugs and the wolves. These are some of the more interesting humanoid or demon-ish enemies. They just aren't that big a deal. I think like once you've seen a bit of them, I don't think I really need to show you much more of them unless something something crazy happen. But again, I only have one ability at the moment, really, for offense, apart from my my basic weapons. Oh, and here we see another skill orb. So again, you can see from the descriptions what each upgrade does. Yeah, it you know it they vary greatly. A certain level of upgrade does cause a branch, but that's or usually it causes some sort of a branch. Just as an example, I don't even know if these are actual upgrades, but for the magic missiles, there may eventually be like a level 2 or level 3 upgrade that asks me to that, you know, could turn the magic missiles into fire missiles, so they do fire damage or lightning damage or ice damage, vice versa. You know, it's if you've played video games before, it's it's a pretty intuitive system, pretty easy to get down. There's a few situations where you want to be careful about certain upgrades. The main one I can think of would be with the Warlock, which I think is my highest level character. Like I said, I already have these characters. I mostly wanted to show off the two that I haven't really played yet. Just because I think that would be more interesting. I might eventually just do some recordings with showing off New Game Plus, just because the game does get, well, arguably, no, I'd say it does get harder from doing New Game Plus, just because of what New Game Plus does. So just to start things off, I am going to stick to you know, trying to beat the game as cleanly as possible with the Wizard, and then the Warrior class is the other one I haven't done yet. And here you can see we finally got out of the forest, got into the caves. The caves, I will admit, are... I'd say they're my least favorite out of all the floors. This is actually very important to make note of. I think apart from the forest, every dungeon or floor, you can find little cracks in the walls, and if you keep attacking those cracks, they will lead to secret rooms. Those secret rooms should have either a chest or some sort of resource or something. And also, just if anyone does you know, is a beginner, or seeing some gameplay from this game makes them want to get the game themselves, you should always try to get the resources. Like, if it's behind a trap room or something and it looks too dangerous and you don't have healing, like in this case, because I'm doing this cleanly, I don't have any potions yet, so I can't actually heal myself. Apart from the food in the cave, there's also some fountains which are used to refill the potions that you can still use them even if you don't have any potions. But yeah, no, you should always try to get the resources as long as it's not too dangerous. The main ones are what? Stone, wood, and iron, I believe. And really, it's just because those resources are what you use to upgrade your town, and your town is what gives you the majority of your character's base upgrades. So they're just the main aspect that's going to make your character stronger. So I don't have any specific plans for this channel. Like I said, I'm really just doing this for the well, I mean, I'm going to be playing this game regardless. I figured it was just a clear opportunity to just record some gameplay and go ahead and practice something I hadn't done before, which is video editing. So, as I'm speaking, I do have a recording for the next episode, I guess we'll call it. That one, because this is just the first attempt, you know, no upgrades, nothing really. So that one actually ended up, I think, like a 2-hour just raw recording. I think this this video should end up in kind of the sweet spot for what I'm going to aim for with videos, I think, which will be between 20 to 30 minutes. Just because I think that that's a good length for showing off some gameplay, giving me a chance to ramble on, and also just to experiment with different things I can do with video editing. Like, this is going to be a very, very raw example. I mean, it's quite literally my first video, and I'm already doing a voiceover instead of yeah, instead of fixing up the raw footage. But yeah, for the most part, I don't know, I might try to play around with some effects. I don't think it's really necessary for this. I'll probably just stick to simple cuts, because I don't think it'll really need more than that. The next one will be interesting, because it's roughly 2 hours of gameplay recorded. I already know a lot of what can be cut out, mostly the forests, since you guys will already have seen plenty just from what I'm gonna leave in this video. And I'll discuss more about moving forward with the wizard, at least how I'm going to, I guess, kind of handicap myself to make the run as clean as possible, because I could just go ahead and what do you call it, just, you know, buy all the upgrades, get all of my skills, and well, just blitz through this until at least the later levels, which those might still get me even if I have all of my skills. But yeah, just in terms of outlook for the channel, because, well, I want to test this out. I don't have a specific game. I'm not exactly expecting this to, you know, turn into a full-time job or gig, or really make me any money or anything. So it'll be done more as a hobby. I want to be able to be consistent with uploads. I'm going to aim for at least one. I'm gonna shoot for one video per week, at least. I think I should be able to manage that. It's really difficult to tell. Oh wow. So this game, you do have to make sure you are paying attention and trying to dodge as much as possible. Because there are plenty of enemies that, even when you're higher level, can still punish you pretty hard. But like I was saying, back to my train of thought, I don't really have a frame of reference for knowing how long it's going to take to edit longer gameplay sessions and stuff like that. So it's really hard for me to say, oh yeah, I'll definitely be able to, you know, get this, you know, done by Monday or Tuesday or something specifically. Then also, since I'm awaiting either a new contract from my current role, or just going to, or well, just applying to new roles as well. Funny enough, honestly, getting a renewed contract or getting a new job would actually help me boost consistency, just because I would have a more set schedule, so I'd have a clearer idea of how much time I can invest. But yeah, in terms of current plans for the immediate future with this channel, like I said, I'm mostly interested um, in just showing gameplay. I probably won't really do guides or anything unless, well, I mean, I'll throw in general tips from what I see while I'm playing, but for the most part, I kind of just want to do like a playthrough type of format. Apart from this game will probably be the main focus right now. Apart from this game, because I really want to do games I either haven't played before or just I'm really itching to play, or have some nice gameplay loops or something along those lines. A while ago, I got gifted. I mean, this game is the one I'm thinking of. What's it called? Shell Shock. That one I got gifted a while back, and so I'm probably going to play that one just because, well, it looks interesting. I've been interested in it since it got released. I just never got around to playing it. I was gifted it by a friend a while back. I have no progression on it at all, so that might be something I throw some gameplay into as well. And now you can see here, since I did the first run, I am going to actually do some upgrades now. Again, in the next video, I think I'll explain a little more how I'm going to do it to keep it quote unquote fair. But yeah, just in the next video, that'll help me stay a little more organized instead of worrying about matching it up at this moment. But like I was saying, Shell Shock Live, I believe it's called. That's one I will probably record. Seems to have a very straightforward gameplay loop. Will be super easy to edit, so I can play around with it quite a bit. In terms of other games, I mean, or just other things in the immediate future to look forward to, I have a PS5 and a Switch. Since Pokemon Legends ZA is supposed to come out this year, I think. Another game I have that I haven't played yet is Pokemon Legends Arceus? Is it Arceus or Arceus? I always forget. But anyway, I have that. I haven't really played it. That could be an interesting one. On PlayStation, I'm not sure. That one I have more games. Again, if anyone has even made it this far, well, first of all, thank you very much. Please feel free, or please do leave a comment. Let me know about anything you liked. How did you like the gameplay from Heroes of Hammerwatch 2? Let me know if you have any interesting games that you think I should check out. I'm pretty open to any genre. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty open, so yeah, if anyone has any suggestions, I am more than happy to take some under consideration. The Switch and PS5, I think I would need to get a capture card for them. So that would probably happen later, because I don't really want to invest any money specifically for this at the moment. Not until I get a new job, or you know, secure my income for the foreseeable future. Yeah, I mean, aside from gameplay, I didn't have anything really planned. I've been delving into digital art a little more. I got a tablet fairly recently and have been working on drawing on that, so I could also do screen recordings just of some of my drawings. I don't think I'm all that great at drawing, But I do have an idea for a I guess it would end up like a comic book. Yeah, kind of a comic book that I might be working on. But alright, at this point I am again just playing around with the town. You guys can see more of it now. It's really just for upgrades. I'm doing a few here. Like I said, I'll explain more about what I'm going to do to limit myself so that this, you know, beating the game with the wizard can be clean and doesn't end up like stupidly easy for me, just because I don't think that'll be that fun to watch. But yeah, I think with that I'm going to head out. If anyone has made it this far, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You know, again, I'm just testing this out. I don't really know what I'm doing. Should only improve from this first video. Alright, well, like I said, I really appreciate you watching this far, and I will catch you in the next one. Alright, bye.